So welcome everyone. We shortly begin our evening ceremony. Today we have an English day, so we will recite an Amitabha Sutra. Freezing to death, really not skin. Starving to death, really not beg. Dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord with conditions, we do not change. We do not change, we accord with conditions. We dwell firmly to our three great principles, renounce the life, so the Buddha's work. We mold our destinies as a basic duty. We rectify life to fill the Sangha's role. And conduct specific matters, we understand the principles. Understand the principles, we apply them in specific matters. We care on a single pulse of the Buddha's mind transmission. Ask myself, do I find? Ask myself, am I greedy? Ask myself, do I seek? Ask myself, am I selfish? Ask myself to pursue personal advantage. Ask myself, do I lie? Ask myself, do I eat only one meal a day? Ask myself, do I always wear my precept sash? This from traditions of the Sijiri city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. Incense in the censer now how is burning. I all the Dharma and receives the fragrance. I from afar the Sivas Buddhas all in hell is witness. I in every place speech as clouds Piriya. I sincere intentions thus fulfill as O Buddhas right now show their perfect birth. I namo says Glauceno opi I bodhisattva I ma sattva I namo says Glauceno opi I bodhisattva I ma sattva I namo says Glauceno obi aibo bodhisattva. I'm a sattva. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Sutra of the Buddha's teaching of Amitabha. Thus I've heard once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying in the Jeta Grove Yandapantika Spargeshravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered with him. All of them eminent arhats known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamagdayana, Mahakashyapa, Mahakatayana, Mahakashtila, Rivata Shundipantaka, Nanda Ananda, Rahula Gawanpati, Pindala Bradavaja, Kaladin Mahakapina, Vakula Naniruddha. The Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Ajita, Bodhisattva Gandhastin, Bodhisattva Nidukta, and so forth, together with Shakra, chief among Devas, as well as multitudes for all the heavens. Just then the Buddha spoke to Elder Shariputra, saying, west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha's lands, there's the land called utmost happiness. In that land, and this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is the land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer, they're always happy, and so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 trails of railings, 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees. All of them form from 4 kinds of treasures. For that reason, to this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools of this land are made of the 7 treasures, and filled with water endowed with entwined qualities. Golden sand lies the bottom every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, vidure, and crystal. Their pavilions adorned with gold, silver, vidura, crystal, grand clamshells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers as large as skiers wheels with these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light. And the white flowers shine with white light. They're all wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha land is there always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, a raid of Mandarava flowers, a raid of celestial Mandarava flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings in this land gather the wondrous flowers and the folds of their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. At mealtime, they return, eat their meal, and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful, wondrous birds in that land. White grakes, peacocks, parrots, egrets, calavikas, and birds with 2 heads. 6 times a day, these birds sing in elegant harmony. They proclaim the teaching, such as the five spiritual faculties, the five strengths, the seven factors of awakening, and the noble eightfold path. When the beings of this land hear this bird sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say this bird has been born to their misdeeds, and why in the land of three paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of this path are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates these birds by transformation, so that the Dharma can be widely heard. Shariputra, in the Buddha land a gentle breeze blows and rows the dew trees and dew nets, making wondrous sounds. It is as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments will play in harmony. All those who hear these sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha land is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? That Buddha's boundless light shines with all lands without the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That is the He's called Amitabha. Shariputra, that Buddha's life and the lives of the beings of his land last through infinite many asamkhya kalpas. That is why the Buddha is also called Admitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, there are infinitely many hearers of the teaching. All of them are huts. Their numbers are beyond counting. The Bodhisattva's is assembly also uncountable. Shariputra, that Buddha land adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in the land of utmost happiness, who never retreat on the path of awakening. Men will become Buddhas in their next life. Their number are beyond counting, and one can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, and incountable. Shariputra, beings who hear others should vow to be born there, enjoy with these good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and women who hear about Buddha Amitabha should always call his name with no other thoughts. By doing this from 1 day, 2 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear in front of them, together with the gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, these people's minds will be clear and will be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I see these good results, I want to know about them. All who hear what that said should make a vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, just I now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha. In the worlds today is there Buddha Kshobhya, Buddha Sumeru banner, Buddha Great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's light, Buddha Wonders voice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his homeland, shows the Harmagawad a long time, that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, called praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, there Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmagawad a long done that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, go praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds to the west, there Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasure hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his homeland, shows the Harmaka wide long down that covers a large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in this sutra, called praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds to the north, their Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmagawad a long town that covers a large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds below, there Buddha lion, Buddha renown, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Haramagawad a long town that covers a large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds above, there Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with curved jewel flowers, Buddha king of salaries, Buddha jewel flower for virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and a Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmagawad along down, yet covers a large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, call praising inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddhas will protect and keep in mind any man or woman who hears this sutra, accepts it and upholds it, and who hears the names of all these Buddhas. They will never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, of you should believe and accept my words, and what all Buddhas teach. Shariputra, people who already made a vow to be born in Buddha Amitabha's land, or who are now make that vow, or who will make that vow, all are certain to never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening, and will be born and now be born, already be born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and good women who have faith, should make the vow, I will be born in that land. Shariputra, just and now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas. They also praise my inconceivable merit and virtue, saying Buddha Shakyamuni. That's what is difficult to do, especially in the Saga war during evil time, the five trinities, the trinity of the Kalpa, the trinity of wrong views, the trinity of afflictions, the trinity of living beings, the trinity of lifespans. Amid all this, Buddha Shakyamuni has realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for the sake of living beings, he explains this teaching, which beings in the world find hard to believe. Shariputra, you should know that during evil time the five divinities, I've done what is hard to do. I've realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for all beings I explain this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha had finished teaching the sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, as well as the devas, humans, asuras, and others, rejoiced, believed, and accepted all that they heard. They bowed in reverence and departed. End of the sutra at Buddha's teaching of Amitabha. Namo Amitabha Yedatta Chitta Yedari Yedda Amirido Bo Amirido Siddhan Bobi Amirido Pijaran Pijalando Chemiri Checheno Jiddo Jari Sapo Namo Amitabha Toto Chitta Yedari Yedda Amirido Bo Amirido Siddhan Bobi Amirido Pijarandi Amirido Pijaran Chemiri Chechena Jiddo Jari Sapo Namo Amitabha Yedatta Chitta Mirido Bobia Mirido Zidan Bobia Mirido Bijaran Amirido Bijaran Do Gemini Jejano Jido Jarizo Po Mongshan offering. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Angelari is above. Angelari is above. Angelari is above. Namo Bodhiri. Ori dando ye Namo Bodhiri Jari Dari dando ye Namo Bodhiri Jari Dari dando ye Anzandola Jedozabo Anzandola Jedozabo Anzandola Jedozabo Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Of compassion, Guanshiri, Namo restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those enlivened. Namo honor Vanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanshiri. Namo Nestor Bodhisattva, who rescues those enlivened. Namo Honor Vanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 directions. Namo Sangha of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanshiri. Namo Nestor Bodhisattva, who rescues those enlivened. Namo Honor Vanananda, who stated all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, none there as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, none their teaching us to end desire. Honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, under us the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma done by body, speech, and mind, through the craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. To this now repented all of this sentient beings, karma done by body, speech, and mind, through the craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Repented all of this lonely spirits, karma done by body, speech, and mind, through the craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Lonely spirits now repented all of this. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Countless dharmas I now vow to learn, peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save. This afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. Afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. Of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. An bola morning dawning sabo. An bola morning dawning sabo. An bola morning dawning sabo. An aluraji sabo. An aruraji sabo. An aruraji sabo. Chedori dando ye do ye, an bobodiri chedori dando ye do ye, an bobodiri chedori dando ye do ye, an san me ye zadoan, an san me ye zadoan, an san me ye zadoan, namo zawa dando ye do, water dirty an san bolai ho, namo zawa dando ye do. Water dirty and san boy. Namo Sawadendo Yedo. Water dirty and san boy. San boy. Namo Zulu boy. Dando Yedo Yeda Jida and solo. I solo zabo. Namo Zulu boy. Dando Yedo Yeda Jida and solo. Bolai solo zabo. Namo solo boye. Nandoye doye dajida. Solo. Solo zabo. One. One. Namo sanmando. One. Namo sanmando. Mudona one. Namo many Joes Tathagata, Namo Pilas Joe Tathagata, Namo wonders from Tathagata, Namo vast expensive from Tathagata, Namo far from fear Tathagata, Namo sweet you King Tathagata, Namo Amitabha Tathagata, Namo many Joes Tathagata, Namo Pilas Joe Tathagata, Namo wonders from Tathagata, Namo fast expensive from Tathagata, Namo far from fear Tathagata. Namo sweet you King Tathagata. Namo Amitabha Tathagata. Namo managers Tathagata. Namo pillager Tathagata. Namo wonders from Tathagata. Namo fast expensive from Tathagata. Namo far from fear Tathagata. Namo sweet you King Tathagata. Namo Amitabha Tathagata. May these mantras bless the spirits, Dharma food, giving to all Buddhists many as the Ganges sends. Be content with no single degree, swiftly leaving darkness, bar and the pure light. Taking refuge with the treasures, bring thee for the body, mind. Ultimately realizing can suppress awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time. Sharing with all Buddhist offerings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless these gifts of Dharma food. Many as the Ganges sons, may they be content with no single degree. Swiftly leaving darkness, bar and the pure land. Taking refuge with the treasures, bring thee for the body mind. Ultimately realizing can suppress awakening. Merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all sentient beings offerings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless this droplets of sweet youth, giving to unlonely spirits many as the Ganges. May they be content with no single degree, swiftly leaving darkness, bar and the pure land. Taking refuge with the treasures, bring thee for the body mind, ultimately realize. Suppress awakening, murder, merit, and their virtue be unbounded for all time. Only spirits offerings of Dharma food. To you, many faithful Buddhists, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all faithful Buddhists share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to faithful Buddhists of your realized Buddhahood. To you, many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all sentient beings share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to sentient beings, so you realize Buddhahood. To you many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all lonely spirits share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere. So you realize Buddhahood and leadings of Bo, and leadings of Bo, and leadings of Bo, and ye nansan Bo apajalayo, and ye nansan Bo apajalayo, and ye nansan Bo apajalayo. The heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, Illuminate the five skandhas, and so they are empty. And he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So too are feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, nor destroyed, not defiled, not pure, and they neither increase nor diminish. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, no stone, body, or mind. No sign, sound, smell, states, objects of touch, or dharmas. No field, the I am including no field of mind consciousness, and no ignorance or ending of ignorance, after including no age and death, or ending of all age and death. There is no suffering, no commuting, no extinction, and no way, and no understanding and no attending, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva runs on Prajna Paramita, his end being his mind, because there is no impediment, he is not afraid, and he leaves destroyed dream thinking far behind, ultimately nirvana. All Buddhas of the three periods of time attain Anuttarak Samyak Sambodhi, who runs on Prajna Paramita. Therefore, know that Prajna Paramita is a great spiritual mantra, the great bright mantra, a supreme mantra, and an equal mantra, can remove all suffering and genuine outflows. That is why the mantra of Prajna Paramita was spoken. Recite like this. Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. End of the art of Prajna Paramita Sutra. Namo Amitabha Yedodo Jiddo Yedari Yeda Amiri Donbo Amiri Dozi Donbo Bi Amiri Do Bijarandi Amiri Do Bijaran Jemiri Chachano Jiddo Jari Zobo Namo Amitabha Dodo Jiddo Yedari Yeda Amiri Donbo Amiri Dozi Donbo Bi Amiri Do Bijaran Amiri do bijarando jemiri chachana jido jari zobo. Namo amidobo yedodo jido yedori yeda amiri dobo. Pobi amiri do bijarandi amiri do bijar. Jemiri chachana jido jari zobo. May all the four kinds of being reach the jewel land, and the beings of all three realms be born from lotus blooms. May all the myriad ghosts attain the threefold worthiness, and the countless engine was descended and grounds. Amitabha's body is the color of gold. Splendor of his hallmarks has no peer. The light of his brow shines round and hundred words. White as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation. Countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddhas. His 48 vows will be our liberation. 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Passionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Mo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. 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 Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Bowing respect to the Venerable Master. Let's conclude our evening ceremony. Wish you all a good rest of the day and night. And welcome to join our morning streaming. We'll start at the 5 a.m. like every day. And wish you well and see you next time. Amitabha.